Here we are at the end of July, and I'd like to refer back to when we first did mould draining back in January when it was fairly dry. So we had 3 months of very low rainfall, and there's something like only about 17 mil, which is beggar all. Then we had a lot of rain in April, which was really good because the weather this time of year is just unbelievable. And here we are. I'm going to explain the benefits of what we've done with mould draining. Now here we are. We're standing in a paddock here. This hasn't been cropped or cows on it for around about at least the 16 days. But the weather's been so good that because of the fact that we put our troughs in the middle of the paddock, we can sort of extend our lactation from a 16-day rotation to a bit longer than that, depending on how often it's how much grass we've got. We have got cows calving at the moment, but this paddock has been cut in half. As you can see, there's plenty of feed here. They haven't been in there for that 16 odd days. So what Luke has done, the first part of the paddock over here is what he grazed off last night. So, and as you can see, there's still plenty of feed left, but there's no real damage to the soil. And it's very important that this is part of what happens when you've done the drainage. As we've spoken about before, now we have the water table has been lowered. We've had something like 5 inches in the last fortnight, and there's not really any real damage here because the water's gone down through those mould drains into the collector drains and then gone into the dam. When you've got there's roughly 20 acres, or about 20 acres or 10 hectares of ground here that goes back and has been drained, and it goes into the dam over there. And as you can see from that dam, 4 inches of rain over 20 acres is a hell of a lot of rain. And it's been, instead of sitting here on the top of the ground and sort of getting spongy and all the rest of it, it's cleared it out and actually put her into the dam. So the dam now, believe it or not, is full. We, 4 weeks ago or so, it would have been only about half full. So you're still going to have pastures like this where they're not going to all be chewed off and not going to do the damage because it's already got the water table down. And that's most important because it's you don't want to be pugging damage. The more damage you do to the pastures, you're going to have less grass growth because you're not going to have the pugging sort of buries a lot of the grass. So this is really good at the moment, and his cows are milking very well. He's very happy with it all, and now it's it just shows the benefits we get out of what we're doing here. So here we are at the other end of the dam from where we were on the other side. This dam holds about 3 megalitres. So it's because we've got all that drainage done, there's a lot of benefits to it. We don't pug the ground up so much. We grow a lot more grass because you haven't got the pug marks. Very easy to get over. And once it's full, this drain here, or the overflow, will go down there into the creek. And from that it goes in the bigger creek at the back, then down further. Luke actually changed the overflow on this. It was down the other side and it ran along the side of the track, but trouble is we get a lot of erosion happening from that. But now that it goes over this side, it's a lot better and doesn't do the damage that it was before. So I don't know how much he spent on it, but it would have been a fair dollar anyhow. One of the most important things we have with our production is water, because we don't have town water here. We have all natural rainfall. So all the roofing area down on the farm there with the dairy and the house and the factory all comes off into a couple of big tanks we have of 100,000 litres that are at the back of the maternity ward. Because we've just introduced doing our milk just recently, we need a lot of water to wash that out and all the rest of the plant. So what we have to do now is to feel comfortable with the use of our water. We now have a reserve tank up here, up the road, which is about half a kilometre away, on Luke's side of the farm, and 160,000 litre rhino tank, or king span these days they call them, and that catches water off the roof of the hay shed here, which is 740 square metres, and for every mil of rain you get, it's about 740 litres. So it doesn't take long to fix this up, fill it up, and once it gets to the point of overflowing, we then open up one of the tanks down there, and it gravity feeds all the way down to that tanks in behind the in maternity ward, and we've got security of water. You probably only use this really in the summertime when there's little rain about. And here we are, you can see the lines where the 2-inch line goes underneath the under the ground here, down under the road, down near the house, and then round through the back and goes into those 2 tanks. But also there's another tank there that we also can get into. So water, very, very important. You want to be secure with it, you want to be happy with it, and it gives you more confidence that you should be able to do the job you want to do and do it well.